Hi everyone, it's Alyssa and welcome to You Can Learn Math. Today we're talking about RHS congruence. Now the RHS here stands for right angle, hypotenuse, side. And since we have the word hypotenuse and right angle, I'm betting that you're guessing we're talking about triangles. And if that's what you're guessing, you are guessing correctly. Here we have two examples, or two triangles that I've drawn here. I've highlighted the right angle, the hypotenuse, and the side. And according to RHS congruence, if I have these things, I have my right angles, my hypotenuses, hypoteni. I need to Google that. I don't know which plural it is. I think it's hypotenuses. I have a hypotenuse on each triangle, and then I have two sides. And there we go. Those are congruent according to RHS congruence. So that's what it's telling us. But I can hear you saying, my math savvy friends, wait a minute, you said, and my math teacher said, that when I'm talking about congruent triangles, I can have cool things like side, 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 and side, angle, side, and angle, side, angle, and angle, angle, side, but that I could never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, have side, side, angle. And yet here you are telling me side, side, angle is okay. What gives? Well, what gives my math astute friends is that right triangles are fancy and special, and they have their own special little rules. So for them, this works. That is because of Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem, yes, old Pythagoras, who got to claim it because he proved it, but not because he discovered it. That was discovered by many other peoples around the world. That a squared plus b squared equals c squared when we were talking about right triangles. So if I have the length of side A and I square it, I have the length of side B and I square it, and I add those together, it will be equal to the length of side C squared. How is this relevant here? So let's say I had, this side is 4, and I have the hypotenuse on each triangle is 5. This is going to be triangle X, and this will be triangle Y. Okay, so triangle X, I have my unknown side, then I have that other side that is 4, and I have my hypotenuse, which is 5. Now I'm going to have triangle Y, have that unknown side, then I have that other side that is 4, then I have the hypotenuse, that is 5. Now if you just look at these without doing the math, I think you can see where we're heading here. Is I have a side plus 4 squared equals 5 squared. Here I have another side plus 4 squared equals 5 squared. Is there any way that those sides can be different? Make it even a little easier to see. Let's, do that math. Let's slide this over. This one is going to become a squared plus 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. This one, a squared plus 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25. So I have the same equation here. Is a going to be different in either of these? We are saying a number plus 16 equals 25. And down here, a number plus 16 equals 25. Is there any way those numbers can be different? No. What are those numbers in this case? Here, if I subtract 16 from both sides, on this one, I'm going to get that a squared equals 9. Down here, same thing. I subtract 16 from both sides to get rid of it. A squared equals 9. I'm going to take the square root of both sides on both of them. And in both cases, I'm going to get that a is equal to 3. So again, it just comes back to this Pythagorean theorem that because we have that hypotenuse, we have that one side, for any right triangle, then there's only one value that we could have for that other side. And since we have two triangles where we know the B and the C, and we know they're the same, we know that both of them, there's only one A that they could possibly have, which we said in this case is 3, and then you've got a side, side, side. You've got side, side, side congruence for those right triangles. And just keep in mind, you only need to use this when you have just a hypotenuse and a side. If you have a right triangle, you have two right triangles, and you have the two legs there, the two sides there, not the hypotenuse, you don't need to use this. You don't need to use a special right angle, theorem for this. Well, I should say you can't use this because this is hypotenuse, right angle, hypotenuse side. But you wouldn't need a special, they're like, okay, is there a right angle, side? You don't need it because what do you have? You have side, angle, side. And that works for all triangles, not just right triangles. So it's only in this one special circumstance where you have the hypotenuse and one of the legs, one of the sides, that you would use this. Again, you can use it because of Pythagorean theorem, and you can prove that they are congruent. One little bonus thing here, one that you see a lot, or I've seen a lot anyway, is something like this. I know they're not meeting exactly, but okay. This kind of thing where you have two triangles that are back to back. We'll assume I drew that correctly. And they'll do something like this and say, prove that they're congruent. And that's it. And what they are looking for you to know is that, like, okay, that, AB is congruent to BC, and that's given to you. BD is congruent to BD because it's reflexive. And then you've got your congruence right there because you've got a hypotenuse and a side. You have a hypotenuse and a side for these triangles. They love putting shapes up together and having you say that BD equals BD, which I always thought was really kind of funny. BD is congruent to itself. Like, but you got to do it. So that kind of thing. This is the kind of ideal sort of situation where you can use the right angle, hypotenuse, side, and then you can prove that those two are congruent. Hey guys, just wanted to let you know I have got some cool stuff coming up, so keep an eye on the channel. I have some brand new math courses, SAT prep courses, a whole thing full of tips and tricks for the SAT, lots of good stuff coming. And if this video in particular was of any use to you in any way, shape, or form, please let YouTube know. Comment, like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.